going to be a day. It is going to be an absolute day. We're just about up here to the Twin Cities. Good morning. Good morning, buddy. So, you might hear a little more colorful language today, ain't gonna lie. Got a lot going on today. We're gonna be coming into some heavy traffic. I hate to say, but my windows are going to be down because my AC is out in this truck. So I don't know how long we're gonna survive this thing. You know what? That is a beautiful quote. I actually really enjoy that quote. I appreciate that. Truck should actually be ready today. I just don't know if we're going to be able to pick it up today and swap trucks. We should be able to. So that'll be nice because this thing, yeah, I don't want to be in this truck anymore. I know. I am over driving this damn truck. We are heading up to the Twin Cities. We're about to get into some really heavy traffic and really heavy construction. We got to go make a delivery, get this trailer unloaded. We got a full trailer. Oh, trust me, Lane, I did. I let them know. But unfortunately, I've got way too much work to do to get this truck back to the shop for it. So we're just gonna rock it out with it, man. That's all we can do right now. It's okay for right now because it's pretty cold. It's decent out weather-wise, but it's gonna warm up. We've got a full load of bulk recycling going on in here. Cardboard, glass, metal, electronics, bottles, anything you throw away in your recycling bin is what's in my trailer right now. Good morning, welcome in. Yes, I am. I am a local truck driver here in southern Minnesota. Oh God, here we go. Alright, we're gonna want this left lane. You'll see why when we get up here. Depending on if they got the traffic pattern set up still the same way. We are at 80,000 pounds right now. Like, I probably couldn't be any closer to 80,000 than I am right now. So we're fully loaded too. Like, alright, I really hope they still got this set up as a bypass lane because otherwise traffic is going to be an absolute nightmare. But, oh shit, here we go. Okay, this curve is not that serious. Really, guy? That was not that serious of a curve that you had to drop your speed that bad. Come on. Like, yeah, it's fucking snug in here, but Jesus criminy. Oh yeah, brakes are holding up just fine. They'll be good. We just got to keep our distance is all. And, you know, watch for people that brake check coming through here. I come up here twice a day fully loaded like this. So I'm fairly used to it. It's just driving in the cities, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know when people are going to brake check you, pull in front of you. So I like to run a camera. Well, I like to run 2 of them. But yeah, it's gonna be loud in here today, so I apologize because I'm not gonna be able to survive the heat very long. No, my semi that I'll be getting back hopefully tonight is actually a lot louder, but I usually can have the windows up because I have working AC in that truck. Oh, sorry, same route, not same noise. Yeah, same route every day, just about anyways. It depends. Some days I might switch it up and pull powder in a pneumatic tanker, maybe go to Wisconsin or bounce around in Iowa, but most of the time it's Iowa to Minnesota. We are on our way to a recycling facility in the Twin Cities today. Just making our way up, heading north right now. So this is a new traffic pattern that they're doing on I-35. Hang tight. I also don't have Jake brakes in this truck, so generally I do 2 loads in a day. Usually it takes me between 12 to 14 hours to do 2 loads in a day, but yeah, usually it's 2 loads a day up to the cities. This week has been kind of a mess, so it's really been 1 load a day and then a bunch of other random crap mixed in. Like yesterday I did a landfill load, which wasn't too bad, but that's when my AC went out, so it kind of sucks. Well, if the brakes were cold, they're not cold anymore, I'll say that much. But we should have a pretty decent day going through here. It's just this construction area is not a fun time in a loaded semi. Way too much crap to worry about around you. It makes it fairly challenging. But we got through that. Now all we should really have to deal with is going to be the morning traffic coming through here. It's just about coming into the rush hour time, so we should have heavy traffic, but we should be moving quite a bit. So you guys should get to see quite a bit of bad driving from, well, other drivers. For example, this pickup's probably going to cut me off. Oh, no, all right, they're staying. A lot of the times I can predict that. Oh, there we go. But good to see you all in here this morning. I do live streams every day when I'm going up to the Twin Cities. I do live streams when I'm going to Mason City, leaving Mason City, and I do live streams when I am doing my Wisconsin trips. So I do get to bounce around a little bit, but most of the time I do the same route every day up here, play in the same traffic, same construction zones. So I've got it pretty down pat how I like to drive through them. But the live streams come in handy for, well, it's a lot of entertainment for you guys. It's a lot of blood pressure raising for me. Right now, I'm just trying to gain speed. Like, I do not have much power in this truck. That's why I'm extremely excited to get back into my truck. One, I'll have Jake brakes. Two, I should have a lot more pulling power. And I shouldn't have to mess around too much anymore on hills. But the truck we're in, it needs work. When we get up to my unloading spot, I'll actually take you guys out, show you what it looks like to unload my trailers, what it looks like to hook them up, and try to do a Q&A while we're driving through the traffic like this. I try to do a lot of educational truck driving. For example, we're all slowing down right now. This is why I have a big gap in front of me, and it's why you always got to pay attention. You never know when you're going to run into crap like that. But since we're so far back, I really don't have to slow down all that much. I can kind of keep rolling at a good speed. I just got to watch for the people that are going to come up and cut in front of me. I'll try not to talk too much and actually let you guys enjoy the ride. Not to mention, I'm pushing on fumes today. I'm fairly tired. I got a tiny terror at home that's just over 2 years old, and yeah, she's been putting a hurting on Dad lately. So not a lot between the ears today, to be honest. Not a lot between the ears. We're just going to take our time. We're not in a race. I just want to get my day done with. So I'm not going to push it hard through this traffic this morning. There's just really no point. I mean, honestly, there's no point any day to try and push it through traffic. It doesn't work. You can't really ever get ahead in a semi. Especially loaded down like this, you can't really get anywhere. So you might as well sit and enjoy it. But today we'll be doing 2 stops, possibly 3, depending on what tomorrow's going to look like. I'll find out more later today. But yeah, we might be up here 3 times today. I'm really hoping not, because then I have to use my 16, and I really don't want to on a Thursday. Actually, shit, I think I used that on Monday. I don't know if I even have that available today, to be honest with you. If I don't, then, well, there goes that. Sorry everybody, sorry. Yeah, today we're gonna rock the slow lane. I can feel the weight in this trailer moving around a bit. So I really don't wanna push it on having to stop. I don't wanna push it on curbs. I wanna keep my load where it's at in the trailer. When we get to where we're going and we go to unload, you guys will get to see why I have to drive the way I drive in the semi. And you'll see why sometimes my weight in the trailer will shift around. Not as bad as liquid, but it will shift around back there. Come on. don't make me lose my speed here. Well, there that goes. Just lost all my momentum. Which, whatever, we got a curve coming up anyways. I wasn't going to be able to take this very fast, so. But after we get around these two curves, traffic is really going to pick up. So I might not be able to answer as many questions. It's really hard to hear comments coming through today with having to have the windows down. And I'm already somewhat deaf, so just a forewarning to everybody, I will try to answer questions, but I might not hear them correctly. When we leave the cities today, I will try to do my dual camera setup so you can see me and out front what I'm doing. It just gives you another perspective to look at and think about. But yeah, traffic is really going to start picking up here. We're hitting it at prime morning rush. Generally between 6 and 9 is the worst. Yeah, if you didn't have it set up right, it would be. But see, that's the thing. Before I came back into driving semi, I was in school for law enforcement, and I actually checked with Minnesota DOT on the legality of live streaming while you're driving. And essentially, as long as your live stream is set up like a dash cam, it's okay. If you don't believe me, you can watch my other live streams and you can see about how much I preach for safety when driving in a semi. But I appreciate your concern, and I totally understand your concern with it. But trust me, I did my homework on this. Long before I ever started live streaming, I did my homework. So while we're going through traffic here, always remember, keep a safe following distance. Whether you're in a semi, in your car, keep a good following distance from the vehicles in front of you, vehicles around you. My guy, if you want to fucking come in here and try to preach safety to me, you can fuck off and hit the door, alright? I'm not dealing with it today. I get plenty of you people that come in here and go, oh my God, you're distracted, you're not paying attention. Motherfucker, you're watching the same goddamn thing I am, alright? You're looking at the same shit I am. I am going through an educational lesson on how to drive a semi. If you don't like it, you can fuck right off. If you think I'm distracted, then watch the goddamn camera and see how distracted I really am, alright? Fucking A. Sorry, I am way too fucking tired for that. Now, while we're going through the cities and we're loaded, you can't just look in a straight line, okay? You gotta you gotta look around. You gotta use your mirrors. You gotta know what's going on. Even if it doesn't seem like something can happen, trust me, something can happen at any point in time. Like, when you're going, I'm not shitting, even if you don't have a lane to your right, check your right mirror. Because once in a while, you'll get a car that decides that it's gonna just fly up and go around you on the shoulder. It's happened to me, and I shit you not, it scares the hell out of you. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be looking ahead, right? So I'm gonna watch the semi in front of me primarily, but I also want to make sure I'm looking to my left mirror so that if anybody is coming up and I can see them flying up on me, I can check to see if they're going to cut in front of me. Usually you can predict it pretty well. You'll hear me say like, oh fuck, I think this white car is going to cut me off, and you'll see it. So generally I'm operating in a 150 mile radius. When I'm up in the Twin Cities, I go to a recycling facility off Broadway. So you guys will get to see that recycling facility. And the farthest south I go is Mason City, Iowa. All right, this guy's gonna cut me off. There it is, just called it. Holy fuck, I must be really distracted to notice when somebody's gonna cut me off without a blinker. You better fucking report me, jackass. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm crashing out today, I ain't gonna lie. Thursdays and Fridays, I hit my limits with a lot of things. Alright, so here's another spot that you really gotta watch yourself coming through the cities. You might not see it right away, but generally right around this curve, traffic will come to a stop or a slowdown. There it is. So when you're coming through here after the Memorial Bridge, I think it's the Memorial Bridge, don't just hammer down. You really got to watch it. Let's see if I can survive the windows being closed for a bit. I'm going to strain my voice if I keep trying to talk as loud as I am. That or I'm talking too loud and I'm just screaming into the mic. That could be too. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to apologize. I get that once in a while. People will jump in here and be like, oh my God, you're a distracted driver. Oh my God. And it's like, good Lord. So I actually live down near Austin, Minnesota. So I kind of live closer. I live closer to Mason City than I do the Twin Cities, but my home base is where I live. So my operating radius is 150 miles. The only times I ever go outside of that is when I go to Wisconsin. All right, we're going to be coming into some traffic slowdown around this curve. Oh shit, do I have cold air coming through today? Oh, thank God. Maybe the Freon didn't run out. Maybe it just couldn't keep up yesterday. Oh, thank God. Let's just hope my AC stays on. I swear to God, I can't go through that again. It's going. I can't say it's going the greatest. I'm probably not in the greatest mood I could be. I'm just beat to shit. So I'm pushing. I've averaged 12 to 14 hours a day every day this week so far. Generally when I go to Wisconsin, I go to Fond du Lac. So I go pretty far east over in Wisconsin. Yes, I do. And actually, my hourly rate is set up a lot different than anything you would generally find. I also do some administrative tasks on my side. So the area I live in, I kind of run my own schedule. I run my trailers. I keep track of a lot of different things that would be more considered dispatching. So my hourly rate after 45 hours every week, I actually overtime. So I make really good money doing what I do, but it's a lot of stress. Like, it's not just, I wake up, I drive a truck. I wake up, I manage a schedule, I manage 2 different buildings on what's moving out of them, and I'm the only one that's hauling everything. And yeah, I average between 500 to 600 miles a day. even in a local truck. And this week has been no exception because I've also been doing a lot of mechanical work too on this truck. No, not a company owner. I'm a company driver. I just do a lot of different tasks because of my role. Hey, Wolf, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Good to see you, man. All right, so as we're coming up here, this is going to be another merge point we're going to watch. If you kind of keep an eye to my right, sometimes when you get cars merging on here, or you'll get cars from the left that try to zip over in front of you and get this exit. It does happen. It's not all that frequent, but I gotta tell you, when it does happen, shit's usually pretty close. Yeah, it's actually pretty decent here. Funny enough, I did just get my AC working in this truck again. I'm hoping to God it freaking stays, because yesterday it was pretty brutal. I wound up jumping into my coworker's semi, and he took my pickup home so I could finish my day. So it did suck. Also, generally, I do not crash out on my live streams. Like, I usually hold it together pretty good, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I get kind of frustrated with some shit. Right now it's like low 70s, and it's pretty decent. Yeah, I do pretty good on bonuses. Like I get a yearly safety bonus and stuff, and you know, right now the semi that I drive, I told my boss I want to see 1 million miles in it. So they're rebuilding the head in it right now, or they're putting a new head in it, new injectors, and he's going to let me spruce it up a little bit, which is nice to have. But I make pretty good for what I do. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of stress. Outside of work, I've got, I've got a pregnant wife. I've got a 2-year-old toddler that's really becoming a toddler. So, I mean, this is definitely, trying to fraction up my stress. And yeah, some days it gets me. Some days it gets the better of me, no doubt. Oh, hell yeah, Wolf, there you go. And I mean, Wolf, if you have the right window set up, I totally agree with you. You don't need AC. You can get by without it. But in this truck, I don't have the right aerodynamics to get wind to come in here. Welcome on in, my friend from if I'm not mistaken, I believe you're from Japan. I am sorry, I can't pronunciate your name. I'm not able to read that language, but I welcome you in. I'm always happy to have people in here. I don't care where you're from or what you speak. I just like having people in to hang out and kind of see what it truly looks like to do this job. Hopefully you got good aerodynamics in that thing, man, so you got air that comes through. Oh, okay, yep, you live in La Crosse. I got family that lives right over there. My wife's in-law, or my wife's parents and family live right over there by Caledonia, La Crosse. So I actually get down there quite a bit. And then, yeah, when I go to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, I go right on through La Crosse every time I go through there, or I go that way. Currently, we are in Minnesota. We just got into St. Paul, and we are about to roll into. We're about to roll into the scale here and get this thing weighed. Holy shit! I better put my hazards on. Was not anticipating that, yard dog driver. Oh, very nice. You know, Vermont is the one freaking state I never got to drive through. It is the only state. I went to Maine multiple times, just never got to go through a corner of Vermont. Really pretty out that way. I used to go up to Canada and drop down through Maine on the 95 there. Well, what's the word for him, Wolf? Yeah, very true. I think it's just so I can say I've been through Vermont. You know, that's the big thing, is so I can say I've been through there. Oh, yeah, no, I got you, Wolf. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, chicken coops. Well, I don't know if I can call it a coop, though, because, you know, there ain't no cops here waiting for me. Oh, yeah, very pretty state. I used to love doing my 34 out in Maine on the 95. Yes, I did. I was over the road for about 3 years. Primarily did oversized loads. Used to run coast to coast, and used to go from Ontario east in Canada. So I've definitely been all over. I was averaging 110 to 120,000 miles a year doing it. Ran a lot of really hard miles when I was over the road. But yep, with having the family and the little one, now I'm a local driver, and yeah, that's fair, Wolf. That's very fair. No, I wish I was. If you got questions for an owner-operator, though, Wolf has been an owner-operator for 42 years. So he can definitely tell you a lot more than I can. Oh, what's going on here? Why is there a note? Ah, crap. Well, the outbound scale is apparently out, so when we get done, we got to wrap around the building and then pull back in here. God. Oh, no, I got an Albert Leon. Okay. Thank God. Yeah, Wolf, I definitely have my days where I miss being over the road. I just really miss getting to travel around and see the really pretty sights. I used to love going out west and seeing the mountains, and taking roads that were a lot less traveled. You have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Hope to have you in on another live stream. I'll definitely be doing another one today for sure. Well, I'll show you guys what I'm driving, and we're going to go get my axles lifted up. My pusher axle lifted. So the veteran status, I can't claim it, and I never will. I was in the Marines in 2017. I was with Delta 1070, 1st Battalion. My MOS was 0311, but I was medically discharged, so I never got to claim the veteran status because you have to be in for 180 days. I was in for 3 months, and I was medically disqualified and sent home. So I will never claim to have a veteran status. I just have a good experience. I got to get a really good taste of it, but no, can't say I'm a veteran. But I'll show you guys what we're running. We're currently in my spare truck, or in the company spare truck, which she's a beater. So this is a Freightliner Columbia with a 2002 Series 60 Detroit. She's worn out. The injectors need to be replaced. But this is what we just drug up through here. So like when I'm going through that construction zone, you can imagine how challenging it is to keep a 53-foot trailer like this with axles all the way to the back in a line. It is not the easiest. So we're gonna get this axle lifted up. That'll put all the weight back on these two, which is fine because we're here. And then once we get in there, I'll actually show you guys what it looks like to pop this door open. Right now, it looks like we don't have a whole lot of pressure on the back door. Usually, if there's a crap ton of pressure, you'll be able to stick your finger in the back here and you'll see this door really push back. But we'll get that chain dropped. You know, Wolf, I'm pretty sure they do. And Lane, yep, they one's dumping out, one's in front of me waiting to dump out, so we got a little bit of time here. Got a little bit of time. We're gonna crack this pin open though and see how tight the door gets on the chain. Oh, very nice. Yep, very nice. Running cement, that's not a bad gig. Wolf, I did not get pants. I looked like hell trying to find pants yesterday. Like, apparently if you're over 6 foot, Target is just like, yeah, we don't sell clothes. Ooh, that's a bolt. I'm gonna take that out of here. Yep, don't want that in the tire. We're gonna go throw that to the side. No, I did not get pants yesterday. I wound up having to go home and change before I went to the landfill, which it all worked out. It just was a really long day. I didn't get home till like 8:30 last night. Yeah, so I got hurt in training. I herniated 3 of my lower discs in my back during training, and they essentially said I wasn't going to be able to recover enough to return to training, which honestly is probably fine because, you know, if I'm not able to support the fellow, you know, the fleet, then I definitely can't be out there, you know, because then I'm just going to slow everybody else down essentially, and you can't have that. So is what it is. Take the experience and, you know, the training that I got from it. Yeah, Blaine, yeah, farm and fleet generally, or up here in Minnesota, they're called fleet farms. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. But that's usually where I get my pants. Usually is. Sorry, I'm gonna comb this out. I'm letting the Lorax stash come back, so it's just definitely becoming long. No, man, it's been years, you know, it's been years since it happened. So yeah, I was very bitter in the beginning about it, but I've just, you know, kind of washed my hands of it and called it good. Yeah, I honestly, I have thought about doing overalls. I really have. I do carry a few things on my belt, so there is, you know, there is that aspect. I do carry a few things on my belt, but yeah, in the same breath, overalls probably would be a better option. I haven't even had time to go shopping. Like, it's been one of these days after a pay period. I'll actually post how many hours I put in, because between driving and working in the shop, I have put in, God, I think my last pay period was 133 hours in 2 weeks. And I mean, that's like my average is between 120 to 140 hours every 2 weeks. So I don't get a lot of time to get out and do anything. Oh, I'm sure they do have plenty of pockets. I'll show you though. So, like, I carry my hip knife on me, and on my other side I carry a bunch of tools, and my Leatherman would probably find a pocket. I'm sure my pen would find a pocket. But yeah, it's more or less because I come up to the cities, and our company policy, they really don't want us to carry firearms in the trucks. So I just carry a hip knife. And actually, I do find more uses for it than, you know. Yeah, and that's, you know, that's the same thing too. I thought about that a lot when I was in there, because it's not like I was doing anything else except working parties once I got dropped. I was in medical platoon for about a month and a half, and then I was in the separation platoon for about give or take 3 weeks. And you know, during that time, yeah, I really thought about fighting it. I did. I was older when I went into the Marines. I wasn't like freshly 18. I was 20 going on 21, I believe. So yeah, it's one of those things that I've just kind of let be, and you know, I hate to say it, but I walked away from it. I took the experience that I got, I took the mindset that I got, and I just moved forward with it. You know, I still have a lot of the habits. It took me probably a year to stop eating really fast, because that was a massive thing during chow time. Is as soon as you sat down, you ate quick, you know. But yeah, it sucked. Looks like we actually might get in right away here. Hold on a second. Looks like I got a door opening up. So we should be able to get in right away. And then once we get in, we will get right after it for unloading. And then you guys can actually get to watch what it looks like. See what it comes down to for unloading. Put my pins back in this hat. But I appreciate it. I don't generally share too much about my past with the military or my mixed martial arts training, or you know, it's just it's all in the past at this rate. What in the flippin' hell are you doing, guy? That is my door you're backing into. Fucking roll off. I was out in 29 Palms, or MCRD San Diego is where I was, is where I sat. But I never got out of MCRD San Diego. That was basically, that was home for me. And I got to, you know, I actually got to see a lot of the base, and you know, I got to do a lot of things while I was there. So I've just accepted what it is, you know. Yep. And that's essentially it. The fighting process for it was just, I had a lot going on at home. You know, I had a lot to worry about, so I didn't want to be away when shit happened. I mean, that's honestly the big reason I came off the road, is because when my dad passed away, so the first round he went into the hospital and was sick and going through everything, you know, I was 1,000 miles away, and I had to race home to, you know, kind of take care of things. And that's when I got out of the truck over the road anyways, and I'm glad I did, because not even a month later he had passed away, you know. So me, the big thing about, you know, just trying to be home at this rate. That's why I'm not over the road. Trust me, I wish I was over the road. I do truly miss, like, pulling oversized loads and just getting to see places. But yeah, I took what I could from the Marines, you know, mentally. I just tried to take as much information as I could, learn as much as I could, and try to keep that mindset, you know. That's really the big thing. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, over the road does pay really good. I mean, with what I'm doing as a local driver, I'm still able to push, you know, 100 to 110,000 a year doing this job. So I can't complain too much, but I do work a lot more. You know, like when you're over the road, you kind of get into a rhythm of, you know, where you're going to stop. And then I would take 3 hours to eat, work out, shower. And I generally get a lot of time. But being local, you know, I've learned that there's not a lot of time in the day. Like, yeah, you get 10 hours off to go home, but there's just not a lot of time in the day. There just really isn't. Yeah, Wolf. It's a really hard thing when you're gone and something like that happens. It's miserable, because then you're in the truck by yourself. You have nothing but your thoughts, and then you're regulated by a logbook. Like, it is, it's hard. You know, most of the time when that happened in my company at that time, guys would park their trucks and they would fly home. Yeah, I mean, this is the sacrifice, being a truck driver. This is the sacrifice to make to, you know, provide for a family. It's, a lot of people don't realize how much hell it actually is, but it can be miserable. Sorry, I thought there was a truck behind me. But, you know, I'm not here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. And I mean, like, to be straight up honest, I have actually died 2 times in my life, technically 3. So I'm already living on borrowed time. I mean, I literally have it tattooed shoulder to shoulder, saying living on borrowed time. So the fact that I have a wife, I have a kid, I have another kid coming is all a miracle to me at this rate. Oh, it's going to be a long day. No, I drove. No, Jeff wasn't his last name. All right, time to get back in. Oh my God. That's. All right, that's a good one. I like that. I'm gonna use that joke. I don't know who just honked. All right, let's get back in. I know, Wolf, I've accepted that. All right, so let me show you what's going to make this difficult today. This guy. I'm going to snug right on up to his front end here. Oh, okay. Nope. When I did my flatbed and oversize, I was doing, I worked at Pro Trucking in Albertley. Yeah, when I was doing all my oversized loads over the road, I worked for a smaller company of about 40 trucks. Hang on real quick, let me get back in here. All right, let's go unload this thing, huh? Take you guys with Bob the Builder. Oh, Wallaby, you sad little thing. It must be nice to have soft hands when you touch yourself. Ain't gonna put up with your shit. You wouldn't say that to me You wouldn't say it to me in person, my guy, would ya? Fuck, you would. I don't understand you people that come in here like that. Oh, look at you, you troll. Do you feel accomplished? Huh? Do you feel accomplished getting to say things to somebody through a screen? Hey, Wolf, you have the ability to kick him if you want to, otherwise I'll just keep enjoying it. You gotta love these sad people that are in here. Nothing better to do with their lives. You know, honestly, I feel bad for you. I feel bad that your only existence in life is to try and knock down somebody else. It must be really hard. I'm sure you're the kind of guy that failed at suicide, aren't you? All right. Well, let's go crack open this back door and start getting this thing unloaded. So I'll set you guys down for a second because I'm gonna need both my hands to crack open this back door. So I'm sure there's a lot of tension on this back door. Yeah, more than likely. You know, I don't really understand the people that just come in here and spread hatred and anger. I don't get the mindset, like, were you just not hit enough as a kid or hit too much? I really don't understand where it comes from, but you know, some people just live really sad lives, and some people just, you know, they struggle. They don't know what to do with their lives. Sometimes that happens. All right, let's crack this open. So, not too much pressure on the back door, which is great. Makes it a lot easier to open it. All right. All right, door is open, axles are lifted. Don't want that to fall on me. Let's go get this thing pumping and I'll show you guys what it looks like to unload. Yeah, some people, you know, they wake up and they hate what they see in the mirror and they don't know how to handle it. So that just happens, but not gonna rain on my parade. All right, Get the PTO on, make sure I'm in neutral, brakes are set. Gonna turn on my engine fan. Let's let off the clutch. And then we're gonna crank up our RPM to get this trailer pumping. Okay. Oh, let's go check this out. Well, I'm kind of glad that message was hidden, but yeah, with the heat, man, I understand that. All right. Hey, Shooting Star, welcome on in, buddy. That was a big one. All right, we're gonna move up here so he can get to it. Oh, morning, Mom. Man, you missed a fun one in here. I was having some fun this morning. As soon as he pushes this out of the way, it'll come toppling out. You were in for that. All right, cool. You didn't miss anything. Yes, Mom. You and your whole 5'2" status symbol out there. But I appreciate it. But don't worry, I'm a big boy now. I enjoy myself with those things. Jesus, that was loud as hell. Must have ran over a bottle. Yeah, so far so good today. Getting the first load done. And then we'll get rolling, grab the second one, and hopefully my truck is done over in Rochester today. We can go swap that out, because man, oh man, am I looking forward to being in my truck. I got a lot of work to do on it this weekend. Oh shit, Wolf. Well, buddy, I hope all of that's going good for you, man. My prayers are with you. My prayers are with you, buddy. I'm just trying to watch myself for when this falls out of the trailer so I don't get crushed. Because believe it or not, that shit's a lot heavier than it looks. pile's getting a little closer. Might have to keep an eye on that. Yes, it is, Shooting Star. It is very heavy. When it's compacted like this and smushed together, oh yeah. But no, Wolf, you always have support here, man. You always have support here, and if you ever come down to Minnesota, you always got somewhere to stay. Well, come on in. See where we're at here. Yeah, that's coming out good. We should be about a quarter of the way through with the trailer, maybe half. Oh God, Wolf, you can't tempt me with a good time like that. Lord, I don't think I know what to do with myself with a real truck. It's like every time I get into one of those, one of the long noses at work, man, I just don't even know what to do with myself. I'm like a kid in a candy store again. Yeah, and these piles, I mean, you got glass, cans, cardboard, whatever the hell that is. So, like, all this bulk recycling that I haul. Oh, hey, there's a chair. Oh, that's gone. So I was asking the operator real quick where he wants me to put this, because that's not going to break down real well in their sorter. So he just said to throw it out here. That's another reason I stand back here and I try to catch that stuff, because sometimes there's things in there that shouldn't be. Oh, I know, it's crazy. It's like I can find a freaking chair in here, but I can't find pants. Yeah, they're piling up pretty quick in here too this week, but they're keeping the building really well down. But like when that pile is all the way over here, I mean, that's got to be, 30, 40 feet in the air. It stacks up quick. Oh, I bet he did. Yeah, I bet he did. That's... Good Lord, that's dangerous. Yeah, that's not a good time. Like, I can imagine having anxiety when you're doing this job, but yeah, you can't abandon your equipment like that, especially in a place like that. I mean, holy crap, that's dangerous. Very dangerous. Oh boy, it's gonna be a day. Oh, I'm sure it does. That's probably an 80,000 pound machine. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I would do that in a heartbeat. All right. So we're gonna go sit down and kind of hang out till he's done. I'm running out of steam here myself. It's definitely gonna be a long day for sure. Okay, yeah, we're gonna sit down and take a breather here. Me too, Wolf. Me too. See if I got air coming through. So how the trailer works, in the best sense that I can describe it, is that there's multiple pistons at the front, and then the whole floor shifts back and forth, and the pistons are all ran, by the hydraulics. So as one piston pushes out, it pushes that section of floor out, and it just kind of goes in a rhythm. So it'll back, and then it'll push at once. So it backs up in sections and pushes at one time. That's how it's able to grab the load and keep moving it out of the trailer. That's weird. I wonder if I got to keep it on. Yeah, they ain't set up right. Something ain't set up there. Oh. Hey, there you go. Yeah, trailer axles are fixed on this thing. Which, don't get me wrong, that kind of sucks for turning, but I mean, I've gotten used to it. No, I don't have to use a logbook. We do, but since I'm a local driver, I don't really have to. But our company likes to. I should be done here soon. So no, I don't generally have to use a logbook. We do. I go outside of the 150 mile radius sometimes when I do my Wisconsin trips. So I'm kind of in a pinch point where I have to use them. But depending on how long it is between those trips, yeah. Generally, I'm able to kind of stay away from that whole ordeal with DOT. But it depends on the route, That's kind of the big thing to it. All right, we're done. So I'll show you what it looks like to shut the trailer. All right, let's go do it again. Oh, all right. Well, I'll tell them I say hi back as I'm enjoying this wonderful warm day. me for a second. And this is how I get covered in hydraulic oil. Okay, let's go get this back door shut, and then we should be out of here. Welcome on in. All right. So when I get back here, I need to grab and pull. A lot of glass on this thing today. Yeah, look at that. Tiny piece of aluminum. That's a good tire puncture right there. I think it's about the same time here, actually, to be honest. Oh, nope, 750 here. Gotta get these little crumbs. Oh yeah, my trailer door shut. Trailer door shut from this side. Oh god, I gotta step over trash. Okay, we're gonna put this up. Good. We're going to come back and we're going to lock it. All right. Pneumatic lock is tight. Chain is tight. Now I'm going to do my pin. Yep, same old, man. Same old. Not a whole lot changes around here for me. All right, and then I need to get my glove, and we're out of here. We are done. We are rolling. So we are gonna roll out. Oh, 1451. Yeah, 251. Shit, I can't go anywhere. The operators are sitting and talking in front of me. All right, let's go. Throw the hazards on. Think I'm gonna change my glasses out. Ooh, I gotta clean these glasses. Yuck. They are covered in dust. washer fluid. I just checked it. That's really annoying. Nope, we are currently in a Freightliner Columbia. Oh, he's loaded. Yeah, he's going to the scale. Oh, maybe. That or he's parking it. Well, don't get me wrong, this truck does have a few flaws. That's why I'm hoping to God mine is done soon so I can go change them out. But I have to get this empty trailer back down to Elberly before anything else happens anyways. And then we are definitely going to be stopping to get ice water today. That's actually really good to know. Oh yeah, I have to go around the block, then I have to pull back in and hit the first scale. Forgot about that. That's all right. It won't add a whole lot of time. But yeah, we're gonna have to go around real quick. Go back on the scale. Oh, that freaking, yeah, that Mac that I drove. Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, that was Monday. What am I thinking? Yeah, that thing was something else. Nope, I don't have a sleeper in this truck. It is a day cab, so if for some reason I had to stop and take a nap, I sleep right on the steering wheel. And trust me, I have had to stop and sleep on the steering wheel before. That has happened. Yeah, pretty much everything I drive is a day cab unless I'm doing a trip to Wisconsin or something. Then I'll take a sleeper, but it's mostly for the weight. I can take my day cab if I want to, but I do rather enjoy taking my day cab if I can. Oh yeah, I've had to sleep on the steering wheel, no joke. Excuse me. Yeah, it sucks to sleep on the steering wheel. Not a fun time by any means. Yep, I've done that before. Let's get this thing scaled out and then we're done. We can get going. I've never had to do that yet, but I have slept in a day cab before. I just laid right across the seats. Can't say I enjoyed that very much. Oh, nice, Cole. I didn't know that. Alright, that should be about right. Perfect. Here we go. All right, around the block we go again so we can get out of here. let's go play with whatever is going on back here. Yep, I'd believe that. I've definitely had to stay at a hotel, or I've actually gone to a hotel to get a shower. Nope. If my load is watered down really heavy, and that does happen, I get wet cardboard, they won't reject it. I think that's why that big pile is there in the middle. One, they can't keep up with a lot of what we bring in, but two, I think they can put it in that pile and let it dry out. Otherwise, I'm sure they've got something along the sorting line that they can use or do with that one, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. If I watered down my load though, I can tell you it would be really heavy. I've had a couple of watered down loads, and I gotta tell you, my truck was not very happy trying to move them. Nope, I get paid by the hour. So it doesn't matter what the weight is, I get paid by the hour. Nope, we did that yesterday. My trailer got dropped here. And now they're putting it to use up here. You know, I'm not sure how the company gets paid for it. I'm not really sure of the logistics on it, but if I had to guess, it's probably by weight or it's by load. That would at least be my guess. But yeah, overall, I'm not too sure. Appreciate that. I generally don't have any luck, so I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get in that aspect. Oh, it's gonna be a day. But we'll jump on the interstate. We're gonna head south. I think we're gonna stop. Probably gonna have to wait till I get to Oklahoma to stop at the Quick Trip. Is what I'm gonna wind up doing. That way I can get some ice water and then continue for the day. So we got a little ways till we get to Owatonna, but we're gonna put this thing in the wind and stretch it on out down the highway. Now that we're empty, we should be able to move a lot better. I mean, we're still, I think it was 43,560 pounds empty. So we still got a little bit of weight to us, but we should be able to move a lot easier. I should also say this live stream is probably not going to be public after it's done. Just want to give that up. I know some people like to kind of go back and watch them and whatnot, but I don't believe I'm going to make this one public. Not with my little crash out earlier. Yep. Oh. Sorry, for some reason, my microphone keeps going out. Not sure why that's happening. Okay, hopefully that corrected the microphone going out. But yeah, some people do that. All the stuff that I bring up here is brought in by recycling trucks. So it's not like they're taking their recycling and scrapping it for money. It's essentially going from recycling truck to compactor to my trailer. Nope, I have not done the train horns yet. I am still waiting to get my truck back so I can do that. But hopefully I can do that this weekend. I've just never done train horns, so I got a little bit to figure out there, but it shouldn't be too tricky to nail down. This is going to be a good time trying to get on the freeway. I got cars lined up next to me that are probably going to try to take off in front of me. Should be a good time. Oh yeah, my loads, it's very rare that I go over 80,000. If I do, generally it's the compactor having a problem, and we deal with it when that happens. But 9 times out of 10, 77 to 79. They stay fully loaded, but that's because I run a really heavy setup. So to trying to maximize how much we move, we keep it pretty heavy. Oh boy. Ah, nice, Wolf. Yeah, I've never installed train horns myself. I understand the concept and how to do it, but I'm sure I'll get it figured out. That's going to be my weekend project. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding, Cole. Yeah, I don't like having attention on me in this thing. I just like being left alone, Like, you just let me do my job out here. Oh god, this is gonna get really fun. I do not like these merge ramps in a semi because you get up to them, and as soon as my light turns green, the person next to me tries to take off and get in front of me. And once you hit the lights, there's not a lot of room to sit next to me. Yeah, yep. It should be a pretty easy install. I'm not too concerned about it. There we go. And nobody cut me off. Woo! Let's hope that goes the same way the rest of this trip. Getting out of here. Oh, come on, people. I would like to merge over, please. Jesus criminy. Okay, here we go. Well, come on in. There's not going to be any room behind the grill for the train horns. I'm probably going to put them right on the back of the cab, pointing down towards my fuel tanks. So when the air dumps, it has that area to go, and they should stay pretty... Thank you for cutting me off. They should stay pretty well maintained there. It's just getting the airlines hooked up right. Yeah, I could put it on the roof, but I also want them to be a little hidden, is kind of the thing about them. Oh God, the hood. Yeah, I don't think my boss would be very happy if I put him on the hood. Hey, Wild Heart, welcome in. Good to see ya. Now, when I go to do the install, I'll have a video going of it, and I'll make clips of it to kind of show how I do it. Thank you very much, Wild Heart. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy to see you in here today. Yeah, I'll make some content when I put them on. I just have to, I'll probably have another person with me to help get them on, so I know that they're on right. We're happy to have you here, Wolf, that's for sure. I can definitely say, though, I do sit in somewhat of the same boat with technology. Holy shit. Jesus criminy. Well, hopefully he keeps that thing on the road because, yeah, he had to be moving like, I don't know, 80 now, 90 miles an hour right through there. Not a time to do that with heavy traffic. God. Plus, coming up around this curve, we're probably going to hit some traffic. But let's wait and see. Maybe traffic is moving. Maybe we'll get lucky. All right, it is. Yep, that's the Twin Cities right there in a nutshell. Everybody drives like there's nobody else on the road. All day, every day. Yeah, if, Wolf, if you text me the picture, I can share it with Co. Yes, he was. Hopefully he gets nailed for it, and we can just roll right on through. Gotta love having some bear bait around. Yeah, anytime you want me to get pictures to Co, I can, and vice versa. If Co wants to get pictures sent to you, I can get pictures sent to you too. All right, we're gonna want that hammer lane when we can start moving a little bit. going for it. We're going to take the hammer lane. You have a wonderful day, Wildheart. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking out how everything's going, and I hope you have a safe and wonderful day too. Yep. Yeah, if he gets nailed and is on the side of the road, I'll definitely give him a honk as I go by. Favorite thing to do. Yeah, coming through here like that, I'm sure he'll get something out of that one. Usually up ahead a little ways at the bus station, there's generally a full grown sitting there. So I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised to say the least. Yeah, we're gonna just keep on trucking, getting through this heavy traffic, try to get out of the cities, and go grab our second load. That's what we got going on today so far. I got a full trailer I got 2 full trailers waiting for me, but I ain't pulling 3 loads today. I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I used my 16 on Monday. I'm having a hell of a time remembering if I did or not, but I think I got your picture, Wolf. I just got a notification for it. Once I get down to swap trailers, I'll get that sent over to Co so you can check it out. And Wolf, if you ever want to show off your truck, I can put it up on my community page as well, so that when people are in here talking to you, they know what you're driving. But that's 100% up to you. I won't share anything you don't want me to. Alright, let's get in the slow lane now that we're past all that. And we're going to keep on hammering down. Once we get out of here, we're going to hit the hammer lane and stretch this thing out. Might do a little bit of dragonfly trucking today, Wolf. Might do a little bit. Even empty, this thing still drives like a dragonfly. Sounds good, Wolf. I'll make sure Co gets to check them out. I definitely will. I definitely will, Wolf. You got one hell of a beautiful truck, so I'd be happy to share it. I got no no information on that one. I don't know. I never really pay attention to a lot of the crap like that. I get sick, I get sick. I'm healthy, I'm healthy. It is what it is. Nope, we are driving through the Twin Cities right now up here in Minnesota, making our way south. Yep, that's about right. In a semi, slow and steady usually does the trick. That's why we're just flowing. Yeah, I can't say I know what spread it, but I mean, I've had it shit 4 times and definitely enough to knock me down. But I gotta tell you, I've also had the norovirus, and that was a lot worse for me. A lot worse. But it's out there, it exists. Not sure how or why. I just kind of roll with it, you know. I roll with the punches life hands out, and I just keep moving forward as I can. I will say, I did absolutely enjoy getting to drive truck during that time because these roads were empty. It was something else to be able to go through Chicago and only have semis. Like, wild stuff. I just hated the fact that everything was shut down because that really sucked. Hey, that's very true. Very true. Nope, so far we've been doing pretty good. I mean, I'm not the healthiest person in the world by any means with how I run my body and how I work. Like, I'm just not a very healthy individual, but you know, I do everything I do and I get by. That's all I can ask for. You're all good, Wolf. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I don't fault anybody for it. I'm not sure what you're looking at. Sorry to say, I didn't catch it. Got to get over, got a vehicle on the shoulder. Oh shit, they just threw their door open. Good Lord, young lady. Can't just rip your door open in front of traffic like that. Yeah, when I was coming up to Canada during that time, it was wild. Like, I mean, getting through the border was a lot faster, and you know, coming through the roads are just, yeah, there really wasn't a lot of blockage or anything. It was wild. Just wild times. Welcome on in. Thanks for coming in and checking it out. I got a feeling traffic's gonna slow down up here. Let's see what happens. Oh, your message got blocked? Yeah, it might have, Wolf. I don't know why like a lot of things get blocked that don't need to be. I really couldn't tell you how it works, man. I'm so far from understanding it. You might be able to go in and hit show on it, but I'm not sure. I can't do anything while we're going down the road with it though. I'm glad to see that we are moving through here. We are going to start slowing down though as we get over the bridge. We're going to be hitting a merge point, and then we're going to be hitting heavy traffic and heavy construction. So we're going to start down, bringing our speed down. Not as bad as it usually is through here. Yeah, the world is a very, very crazy place. There's a lot of shit going on in this world right now that just makes me want to buy a small cabin and move my entire family and call it good. I won't ever quite understand it, but I don't know. Humans are just weird. I'm not saying I'm not weird. I am. I mean, shit, I call myself the Lorax. Like, how much weirder can you get, you know? But that's why I drive truck. Well, come on in. We're actually getting right on through here. This is nice. Yeah, I was hearing that too. I didn't know if it was today or tomorrow, but I mean, I could use a wash on this thing, so I'm not opposed to it. Great to see you in here, Paul. Anytime, man, anytime. All right, now we can finally start gaining some speed because, good Lord, this thing just does not gain speed. Oh, are they really? Ooh. Yeah, we definitely got it. Oh, come on. 2 in a row. Seriously, guys? 2 in a row, you got to cut me off? Good thing we didn't have to hit our brakes. Would have turned you into a sandwich. Wait, which one? What are the brown trucks again? I'm trying to remember here. My memory is not doing very hot today. hopefully some rain gets through there, Paul. Yeah, it's I haven't been up there since I went to Duluth, so I haven't gotten to see the crops that direction. They seem to be doing pretty well down in Iowa. I haven't really looked around in Minnesota, but Iowa seems to be doing all right. Oh yeah, well, we are definitely Dragonfly right now. I am almost positive this motor has a cracked head because I'm losing antifreeze somewhere and it's not coming out the bottom. Not to mention, this truck also has an injector going out. I noticed that this morning. Honestly, it depends on where the tire is at. If it's a trailer tire, it's usually just a loud noise, but I mean, it'll make you jump. But I mean, it's not enough to like yank me off the road or anything. If it's a drive tire that blows, that's a different story. Drive tire blows, I mean, it's usually a little more like, oh shit. If it's a steer tire, yeah, I'm probably gonna be crapping my pants. I did blow a tire on a live stream actually. I do have that posted. It's like a 37-minute clip, and I think the title is I blew a tire during a live stream. It's like 22 minutes in, I think, but I blew a trailer tire going down the road. Yeah, it scared me a little bit. I mean, you could hear it through the audio on my live stream, and it was at the very back of my trailer with my windows up. So I mean, it was freaking loud. It's, I would say, almost comparable to when a transformer blows, but you know, it's not as violent. I guess it doesn't shake. It doesn't shake the cars around. Well, maybe it does. Shit, I don't know actually. I don't know. Well, what would you compare it to? I can't think of a good example. Yeah, I don't want to blow a steer. No, that's the one thing I'm terrified of. Because as soon as that rim hits the ground, it'll take you wherever it wants to. You know, that's the scary part of it. Yeah, I could see that. If an empty trailer blew a tire, I could see it bumping the trailer up in the air a little bit. Maybe not a whole lot, but I could definitely see that happening. They got a lot of force in them, you know, a lot of pressure. And the tires that I run are a lot bigger than the standard trailer tires, so when they blow, they're a little more violent than the regular ones. But they take a lot of weight and a lot of abuse, so it does happen. It's just something I gotta watch. Yeah, I could see that. I actually think I might have been doing a live stream during that time too, when I was on black ice and crosswind. That was neat. Getting pushed off the road by the freaking wind on ice. Like, at least I knew I probably wouldn't tip over because the tires would just slide across instead of grip. Oh, it's alright, man. It's the industry. Shit happens. I've blown quite a few tires. I've blown some tires before. I've had fenders fly off my truck. Like, it's part of the industry. It happens. know, I have no problem sharing my experiences, even, you know, especially the scary ones, because that's honestly the best way to learn. I do have a video up of a piece of glass that punctured my tire up at the where I dump, and I do have a YouTube short of that one up, because if I didn't catch that, that tire would have blown going down the road. Nice, shooting star, there you go. Yeah, like when I was dumb and I ran the truck out of fuel. Yep, learn from my mistakes. I make plenty of them. Doesn't matter how long you're in this industry, we always make mistakes. That's just being human. We try to do our best, but, you know, shit happens. So you just do what you can. I'm happy to hear that, shooting star. There you go, buddy. I'm really happy to hear that. Ah, that's good to know, Wolf. I actually wouldn't have thought of that. But I suppose, yeah, if the water's trapped, it can't really go anywhere. I would imagine that's probably gonna freeze sooner than later. Nice, buddy. I'm happy to hear that, shooting star. Nice, man. Well, I'll do what I can to teach you, and honestly, you got a really good teacher in here. Wolf has been driving for 42 years, and if you're looking for somebody that really knows his stuff, it's that guy. Are you waiting on a load, Wolf? I tell you what, man, if you ever find yourself in southern Minnesota and you want to take a drive in a semi, you can always hit me up. I take people with. I take riders in my truck all the time when I can. Alright, we're going to have to get around this oversized here. I'm not sure where he's going. Jesus Christ, gotta keep that thing on the road. You're not that wide, dude. You don't need to ride the shoulder. Gonna be coming around you here, oversized. Looking good there, oversized. Keep that thing shiny side up, greasy side down. You have a safe one. Wolf, you gotta let me see what you're looking at, man. I'd be really excited to see what you're after. That's right, Shooting Star, that's right. Nice, Wolf. There you go. That's a hell of a load. Ooh, 86p. That already sounds amazing. I hope that thing's got a wig in it. Man, I would love to have a truck that had that in it. An old school wig. Sounds good, Wolf. I'll definitely be happy to check it out. See what it looks like, man. Excited for you. Nope, I totally agree, Shooting Star. I totally agree. Oop, we're slowing down. Southbound, back her down, southbound, back her down, just past the rest area. Back her down, we're coming to a slowdown. Well, so much for maintaining my speed. Left lane is closed, left lane is closed. Well, I didn't see any signs for that. Did you guys? Because I definitely missed that one. And that's why we pay attention. I need a mile marker. Yeah, I'm not sure what the wide load was doing back there. I think he was just a little distracted, kept bumping the shoulder. Hard to say what he had going on. Why do they do this in the middle of the freaking day? Like, if you're gonna come out here and mow the grass, do it when there's not a shit ton of traffic. Good God, man. Yeah, I was trying to catch a yardstick, but I didn't catch the last mile marker we were at either. Plus, this CB's probably got maybe a half mile of range, so probably not going to be able to get out to anybody now. Welcome on in. That would be a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie, Shooting Star. It would be a lot of fun to do that. I really hope that Oversize had his ears on, because he looked like he was pretty heavy coming up to that. If you ain't first, you're last. Gotta love Ricky Bobby, man. I would say that guy could be my spirit animal. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm in a semi, so it's more like if I'm fourth, I'm probably gonna get there at a good time. Sounds good, Mom. We'll talk to you soon. cruising. Don't worry, we're cruising. We're getting there. Got a lot to do in a short time to do it. That's pretty much an everyday out here for me. I'm really happy to hear that, Shooting Star. There you go, buddy. Yep, that's about right, Wolf. It all stays the same. Every day. But, tell you what, everybody, as we're going down the road here, I am going to jump off the stream, make a few phone calls, try to figure out my plan for tomorrow and how things are going to look. We're going to keep on hammering down, and then when we get back up to the Twin Cities, I will be doing another live stream, going through traffic, doing educational driving. Not sure how heavy we're going to be, probably another 80,000 pounder. So come hang out with me then. I should be putting an update soon about my semi. Hopefully we're back in it today. It just might make for a bit of a day to get everything switched over from this truck to my truck, get it cleaned up, and it's going to be a nightmare, to say the least. But we are going to keep on rolling, and be looking for me in about, I'd say about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We'll be back running north, and then we'll jump back on another live stream, and we'll keep on cruising. But to everybody in the chat, I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with me, riding with me through the cities. I look forward to seeing everybody again here soon. Wolf, when I get stopped, I'll get all those pictures sent over to Co and check them out. And Shooting Star, we'll be seeing you again here soon, buddy. But you all have a wonderful day. As always, shiny side up, greasy side down. You guys have a wonderful day today.